Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to JWF Monday Night Ignition. I'm your host, Silver Spoon, who is excited as hell to welcome back to the booth the owner of the JWF. That's right, it is the returning hero, Captain Tibbs.
And goddammit, Sills, I've never been happier to be back at this desk here. I've never felt more at home. The last couple of weeks have been a hard recovery, a hard time. You probably still hear I'm still getting back to 100%, but damn it, it's good to be back. I'll tell you something, Sills, after seeing the madhouse that the JWF was, after me being gone for just a week, I knew that I had to put up or shut up, and so I just flexed until I got better. Absolutely, Sills, and I gotta say, I'm so proud of my son for doing this diligence over the last 2 weeks. He really put his nose to the grindstone, and he did something I wasn't expecting we'd ever find out. Now he's gonna bring this son of a bitch to justice.
Folks, I am standing in a place that should look very familiar to each and every one of you. This is the place where a few weeks ago my father was cowardly attacked by a man who I hope to bring to light today, and believe me, I know who you are. I know where to find you. So you've got two choices. You can come here to the spot where you decided to show the world your true colors, or I can come find you. And believe me, you don't want option 2 to come to light, so how about you... Ah!
Oh, Tibbs, it's him. It's the man. It's the masked man, and he is just, oh my God, assaulting Chuck, just nailing him with that big boot, and he's just putting the boots to your kid. Tibbs, that's him.
No, not my son, you piece of shit, not my son.
Oh, wait a minute. This looks like Chuck. Oh, grabbing that steel pipe and clocking the man over the back of the head. Looks like he is getting a taste of his own medicine before. Oh, watch out. He's got him up and drops him down with the DD Tibbs. And he has just laid out that masked man. Tibbs, I know you've got that is some vindication you got to be feeling right now.
Damn straight, Sills. That is what I wanted to see. Good job, Chuck.
Well, folks, why don't I come back and meet you all in the ring so I can show you who this creep really is?
Well, Tibbs, looks like your son dragging that limp body of that masked man out to the ring. I guess he wants to show you his face in person.
Oh, absolutely, Sills. I mean, after all of this, I really can't imagine who it could have been, but I know that whoever it is getting some one hell of an ass whooping.
That is right. You see Chuck grabbing the man in that black mask, tossing him into the ring. And I cannot wait to see this. This is something we have been waiting for a few weeks now.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you're about to see will shock and surprise many of you. But not me. The man who sits under this mask is a man who decided to make a career living off the praise of my father. A man who wouldn't be anywhere without Captain Tibbs. Which is why it shocked me so greatly to discover that the man under the mask was in fact a man in a mask.
What? Tibbs, That's the Hammerman. Tibbs, the Hammerman, is right now in the center of the ring, underneath that mask. What the hell?
No. No, it can't be.
Well, Tibbs, I know
God.
You have such a long history with the Hammerman. He was your favorite wrestler in this company. But I mean, at the end of the day, there has to be some sort of punishment for this man. We cannot just let the Hammerman go free after this.
No, Sills, you're right. You're right. I can't believe the Hammerman would turn on me like this of all people. But retribution's gotta come.
Now look, Dad, I know you want revenge. And I understand that this is assault that this assault is something that should earn the Hammerman a permanent ban from this company, but hey, I'm a Tibbs. You're a Tibbs. And we know that we don't solve things with red tape. We don't solve things with contracts or binding agreements. You know where we solve things. We solve things in the ring. Which is why this Wednesday on Defiance, I am gonna fight for your honor, Dad. I am gonna take your place. And I am gonna take on the man who nearly ended your life. For you. Because Chuck Tibbs is gonna face the Hammerman this Wednesday.
Well, Tibbs, I know you were probably thinking about a ban, thinking about firing him from the company, but it looks like your boy Chuck Tibbs may be living up to the Tibbs name even more than you are right now.
That's my boy right there. I'm proud of him.
That is right. And this Wednesday on Defiance, Chuck Tibbs facing the traitor known as the Hammerman. Tibbs, I cannot believe it. This is not something I think I would have ever expected from the Hammerman, a man who has been in this company since, I mean, literally day one.
Neither can I, Sills. I've been nothing but good to the Hammerman. I've given him everything. He turns around and does this.
That's right. I mean, in my opinion, it just does not make sense. The pieces don't add up, but you can't argue with reality, and that is the man underneath that mask backstage. But speaking of not being able to argue with reality, I am not able to argue with the reality that AJ Steele, the host of Wrestle Wars, is more than willing to throw his proverbial wallet around to earn time on this show. And Tibbs, I know you're excited to get back in the booth, and I hate that the first things you have to see is that the Hammerman attacked you, and then you have to see Wrestle Wars right after it.
Really isn't my week, is it, Sills? That's just, I thought we could have gotten rid of Wrestle Wars at this point, but I guess that we are not only just in for it, it's gonna be worse than ever before.
That is right, because I've been told this is a very special episode of Wrestle Wars where the host, AJ Steele, is going to be sitting down with the former tag team champions themselves, Bananas in Pajamas, who are coming off a big victory over the team known as Big Fisted last week. So the music started up. We got to go backstage. Tibbs, it's time for Wrestle Wars.
Love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of your favorite show within a show, the award-winning Wrestle Wars. I'm your host, AJ Steele, and folks, we're living in unprecedented times nowadays, where good, hard-working people get thrown to the side in favor of taking care of the weak-minded millennials who just need a participation trophy to the side of the head, in my opinion. Joining me this week are two hard-working individuals who have recently fell prey to this gay-ass agenda. The two-time JWF Tag Team Champions, Bananas in Pajamas. Thank you for joining me, boys.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for having us, AJ. Big fans, by the way.
Absolutely.
That gay thing you said was real fucking weird, but otherwise...
Yeah, real weird. I was gonna say it was funny, but no, it's weird, right?
We are allies, but still, it's okay.
LGBTQP.
Now, boys, why don't you tell us your stories?
It all started just, what I would say, maybe like a few short months ago, when Captain Tibbs decided to, do this stupid thing and combine the JWF and JXT together. I mean, really didn't make sense to me, but who am I to say? And he just decided to put legends such as ourselves and, of course, the great AJ Steele right here on the same level as, I don't know why for a better word, just developmental losers. And suddenly people started thinking that Bananas in Pajamas were just as terrible as guys like those Big Fistons or Falcor, the Durgan whatevers.
When in actuality, we've been fucking great the whole ass time. But the JWF universe, I'm sorry. AJ, I'm sorry. I didn't want to do this. I don't want to cry. But the JWF universe just decided to leave us behind.
Way behind.
Review mirror, baby. And it's not that we're mad, AJ. We don't get mad. We're just upset.
I'm sad, honestly.
We're upset because there are a lot of hardworking guys on this roster, like yourself, Connor of the Ascension, Guy Fieri, guys who never really got their due, and instead of being next in line, they've been tossed off the production line entirely, and we're not having it. We're not about to let these JXT rejects come in here and take our spot.
Never, ever, ever. I mean, look at you, AJ. You are the first ever Defiant JWF Champion.
Well, you're right, I was.
And how did the JWF universe react to that news, eh?
Well, they were pissed off. They were angry seeing this strong, youthful, vitriol-fueled man like myself get a title that they could never dream of having. Wasn't until the damn Falcon Dragon, or whatever the piss his name was, won it, that anybody cared about that belt when I was the one who made it famous.
Exactly. And that very reason right there is why next week Johnny and I are calling for a summit. We are going to invite any of those former JXT pukes to come out to this ring and meet us face to face. And we want them to do what they should have done from the beginning. And that's just apologize.
That's right. Apologize for keeping us held back, and apologize for taking our spots.
And then we would like for them to respectfully leave our ring and never come back. Usual summit stuff.
That's what I read a summit is that one person yells at another person until they leave forever, and I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, it's called the Russian method.
That's right, baby. Well, I think that's an absolutely brilliant idea, boys. And speaking of brilliant ideas, I had one earlier tonight, and I got it approved by JWF Defiance Management because AJ Steele doesn't give a damn about the Defiant Championship anymore because it's a failed belt for failures of men. What I care about is the approval of our beloved captain of the JWF, which is why this Wednesday on Defiance, Crush Atlas's time is coming due because I'm gonna win one for the good guys, folks. Crush Atlas versus AJ Steele with the captain's title on the line. Tune in, folks, and make sure you've got the newest flavor of AJ Steele's high energy spunk with you. In collaboration with my guest tonight, it's AJ Steele's banana cream spunk. 45 grams of protein, a delicious creamy throat feel. Pick it up today and let those bananas cream some spunk all over you.
AJ,
give it a hearty shake up and down.
AJ,
you know when it's ready, when the top shoots.
AJ,
what?
AJ, that's the thing about the banana spunk. Yeah, we don't want to be involved in that collaboration anymore.
Fair enough. More cash for the Steel Man, baby. Get your bananas creaming and spend your nights dreaming, Crush Atlas, because your dreams are coming to an end this Wednesday. Tibbs, I would like to propose a new Tibby Award for the end of the year, and it is Worst Segment. And I think we just had an award-winning segment in that regard.
It's first week back, Silves. First week back. And now, that's what I get to see. I get to see one of my favorites who's betrayed me, and I get to see whatever the fuck that piece of shit was. What has happened while I was gone?
Well, Tibbs, this is just why you are the captain, and if there's not a captain riding the ship, it is more than likely going to sail directly into an iceberg. But there has been some great news because we have a brand new JWF Defiant Champion shocking the world last week. The man known as Chuck Gibbons called his spot, said he was dreaming of gold, and we all thought that he was going to be chasing after Crush Atlas's captain's title, but instead decided to challenge Blake Tanner for his Defiant Championship, and Gibbons walked out successfully.
I have to say, Sills, I'm sad that I mean, that was quite a match. Really, quite a night.
That is right, and for right now, our brand new Defiant Champion is in our ring, so why don't we go down and hear what Chuck Gibbons has to say.
Before I say anything tonight, I just want to pay tribute to the men that have come before me that have held this title. Blake Tanner, Falcor the Stoppable. You were both men that held this title with pride, and you fought with everything you had to defend it, and Blake, personally, man to man, I gotta say that any other night, you'd be walking out here with the championship instead of me, but that is not this night, and this belt doesn't belong to you anymore. You see, this belt, ever since its inception, was forged with the bloodline of the JXT Championship, a title that men like Mark Plays, the Jebeduk, hell, even a certain belt collector himself held with pride. But that bloodline runs straight into the veins of Chuck Gibbons, because I am the one that took that belt and elevated it to heights that have never been seen before. I'm the man who fought every single night and earned his stripes by putting the JXT Championship on the line every single chance I got. And that's what I plan to do with this Defiant Championship. I want the biggest and the best. I want the same caliber of talent I was fighting back in JXT. I want nothing but a fight. And this Wednesday, the belt may no longer belong to Blake Tanner, but I have to say that his open challenge stays in session. So who wants to step up?
Oh, well, Tibbs, looks like Chuck Gibbons has kept the open challenge going, and I cannot wait to see what... Well, I was going to say I can't wait to see who's going to step up, but it looks like that we already have the answer, because that is the music of the Big Papa himself. Papa Bliss is walking down to the ring. Tibbs, we haven't seen this guy in months.
No, Sills, this is wonderful. The Papa returned. Finally, something good.
That is right, and let's not forget, Tibbs. I mean, Chuck Gibbons talked about the fact that the JXT Championship's lineage lie in the Defiant Championship now, and there's one title Papa Bliss was never able to get his hands on, and it was that JXT Championship. You gotta think, if he knows that that title now lay in the Defiant title, he will be fighting like hell this Wednesday.
Absolutely, Sills. This is something that we have wanted to see for a long time, something I've wanted to see. Papa Bliss, an underrated, undercut star in JXT. Chuck Gibbons. Chuck motherfucking Gibbons.
That is right. Wait, hold on. Whoa, what the hell? Oh my God! Tibbs, Papa Bliss, he just He just nailed a violent kick straight to the jaw of Gibbons. He's just knocked the man's man out. Well, what the hell is Papa Bliss thinking?
I don't understand, Sills. Just a second ago, they were talking in the ring. They were smiling. And then Papa Bliss, he's not moving. Chuck Gibbons is not moving.
That is right. Now, oh my God, just dumping the Defiant Champion to the outside before, oh God, just sending him rib first into those steel steps before. Oh no, Tibbs, what is Papa Bliss doing? He's got Gibbons' head sandwiched between that ring post and, oh my God! That violent knee strike straight to the skull, and his knee just sent Gibbons' head colliding with that ring post. Something has snapped in the mind of Papa Bliss, Tibbs.
I don't understand. I don't know what's Papa Bliss. This is not what I ever expected to see from him. What is happening tonight, Sills?
I don't know, but I mean, if you want to talk about a man who has got to be furious about his history, furious about never being able to have held that championship, I think Papa Bliss is saying, everyone else's time is up because he is through waiting in line.
It looks like it, Sills. I mean, this has just been a week of unexpected twists and turns. And on top of all that, Papa Bliss, America's Papa, has turned his back on the JWF universe.
That is right. But speaking of a man who has been turning things around, why don't we talk about the Vape Master himself, the man known as Griffin Clouds, who of course is in this year's J1 tournament and recently hadn't had the best luck, but seems to have turned that luck around and now is gone from, I'll be honest, a man who many people were kind of second guessing to even be in the tournament to one of the fan favorites to win.
That is something that I don't know that we've seen from the Vape Master General in a while. This Griffin Clouds, I think that he could go all the way, Sills.
That is right, and he's backstage right now with one of our top interviewers. So why don't we hear what Griffin has to say?
Hello everybody, Honeypot McChunky Hunky Milk Boy here backstage with one of the stronger contenders in this J1's tournament this year, the Vape Master General, Griffin Clouds. Now Griffin, this Wednesday you're headed into the tournament against one of your oldest rivals in Scottye Moore. How do you feel headed into this momentous matchup? You know something? You're right. The very first pay-per-view in this company's history saw the Cloud family face off against Scottye Moore and Blake Tanner. And ever since, we have fought each other in every other possible configuration there can be. I mean, I fought Blake, Blake's fought Justin, Scotty's fought Justin, tag matches, trios matches, every single way that the VWO and the BS are able to go toe-to-toe. We've gone, wait a minute, no. Except one match. Scottye Moore versus Griffin Clouds. A match that has never happened on a stage like this. And a match that has never had stakes like this before, because right now, Scottye Moore's fingers are in a lot of proverbial pies, aren't they? I mean, he's booking Defiance, worrying about Lawrence Whitney, caring about his family, whether he wants to admit it or not. His attention is divided. But not mine. Because I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm the bastard child of the JWF champions. I'm the one people like to forget about and leave in the dust. I've never had my WrestlePalooza moment. I never had my big match against Momoa Curry. I've never got to prove who Griffin Clouds really was. But the J1 is my ticket in. It's my ticket to WrestlePalooza. The WrestlePalooza moment that I have always deserved. A ticket to fighting for the JWF Championship again, my long-lost friend. And finally earning the respect that I deserve. I've been here since the very beginning, Honeypot. Fighting for respect. Winning every title that I could. And it's time I get my damn moment at WrestlePalooza.
Well, strong words there from the man in the J1 tournament, but he has got a big obstacle ahead of him in more than one way. I mean, yes, he does have to fight Scottye Moore this Wednesday, but also there is the man known as Blake Tanner, who's been undefeated in this tournament so far. And at this point, if Blake keeps this streak up, I don't think it's going to matter how good Griffin is.
No, I cannot completely understand that, Sills. I mean, Griffin Clouds has got to run the gauntlet of Scottye Moore, then Blake Tanner. I mean, Blake has been nothing but undefeated, save for his loss to Chuck Gibbons last week. But that was after a grueling match with Momoa Curry. We don't know how this is going to go for Griffin Clouds in the J1 tournament. He has got a lot to overcome, let's just put it that way.
That's right, but he was not wrong. The attention of the hero of the JWF, Scottye Moore, certainly divided. I mean, he is, much like yourself, just getting out of a local medical facility. Of course, not as severe of injuries as what you suffered, but a couple of weeks ago, he was confronted and beaten down by the men known as the Whitney family. And you know Scottye does not like to take time off work.
No, absolutely not, Sills. I would say Scottye's the guy that's second most hates taking time off work after this guy.
That is right. Well, you were pointing to yourself. This is an audio medium, but he has returned. He is in our ring right now, and I'm sure he has a message maybe for Griffin Clouds, but most certainly for the men and the Whitney family. So why don't we hear what the hero of the JWF has to say? It's been over a literal calendar year. Over a year that I have had to deal with Lawrence Whitney's bullshit. He has embarrassed me. He has mocked my favorite wrestlers. He has sent every last one of his goons to beat me down. And at this point, I am just fucking sick and tired of it. You see, Lawrence Whitney has done just about everything there is to do to me in his ridiculous efforts to claim revenge. And let me ask you folks, do you think it's turned out well for him so far? No. But it's clear to me that this monkey on my back just won't go away until I pry his claws out of my skin and beat him into submission. So Lawrence, please get out here so we can end this for good. Well, Tibbs, there it is, the music of Demon Inc., the tag team champions, flanked by Lawrence Whitney himself. And my God, look at this, the whole family's out with him. Ghazi, Randall Crowley, Big Cyrus. I mean, the stage is full.
Well, Sills, the balls on Scottye Moore and calling out Lawrence Whitney, knowing that Lawrence is gonna be flanked by his entire family.
Oh, boys, I think I did it. I think I finally did it. I finally got the great and powerful Scars all riled up. And you know what that means? That means the power is once again all in my hands. Because if you really want to fight me one last time, Scottye, you're gonna have to... Oh, wait, hold on, wait, Lawrence, no, I'm sorry, but you think I want to fight you? You see, I've already been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. It wouldn't really make much of a statement if I beat the hell out of some low-life manager that never worked out a day in his life. In fact, as I look around you out there, I can't help but see a laundry list of my opponents in the last year. Ghazi, beat him. Big Cyrus Crane, beat him. Lawrence Whitney, absolutely beat him. You see, I'm trying to make a point here. I'm trying to make a statement that lets Lawrence Whitney know that Scottye Moore is not a man to be trifled with, and I've realized that there's only one thing in your little family that you care about more than your ego. And it's those belts around the waists of Demon Inc. And you know, if I really wanted to make a statement, the only way to do it would be to beat Demon Inc. But you know, if I really wanted to make a statement, I'd beat Demon Inc. for the JWF Tag Team Championships. But if I really wanted to make a statement, then I'd beat Demon Inc.
for the JWF Tag Team Championships at WrestlePalooza.
God, get on with it already. We get it. No, I don't think you do, Lawrence, because at the end of the day, if I really wanted to make a statement, I'd just do this. Tibbs, I know the night has not gone well for you so far, but if there is a great way for it to end, I gotta say it is with this, because that is the music of the two-time tag team champions themselves, the BS. Blake Tanner emerges, and he's just beating down the Whitney family with that steel chair. Tibbs, the BS are back.
Yes! Yes! This is the thing that turns the night around, Sills. Blake Tanner, Scottye Moore teaming up again, and it looks like they've got their sights firmly set on the JWF Tag Team Champions, Demon Inc. They are dismantling the Whitney family.
That's right, you can see, look at this, Lawrence cowering out with Demon Inc. at his sides, but Scottye and Blake don't give a damn about that. They are annihilating Ghazi, Big Cyrus, the whole damn Whitney family is getting beat down by the BS. This is one hell of a welcome back gift, and it looks like the BS are going for those tag championships at WrestlePalooza. This is astounding.
It's been too many years, Sills. The BS, they have remained one of our most decorated tag teams, and they haven't been in competition together in years.
That is right, Tibbs, and cannot wait for WrestlePalooza at this point. And I also cannot wait for this Wednesday on JWF Defiance, where both members of the BS are going to be in action in the J1 tournament. Griffin Clouds versus Scottye Moore. Blake Tanner attempting to continue that undefeated streak against the man known as Guy Fieri. In addition, we are going to see the Hammerman versus Chuck Tibbs, who is hoping to get some justice for that vicious assault. And then also the Captain's Championship will be on the line when Crush Atlas faces AJ Steele.
Well, Sills, it sounds like we're going full steam ahead. WrestlePalooza's only a few short weeks away, and we are ready.
That is right, Tibbs. And then, of course, we've got next week on Ignition, where we will unfortunately be seeing that the Bananas in Pajamas official summit, I guess, where they are calling out any former JXT stars to apologize and get the hell out of the company. But I'll be honest, I don't think that's going to be turning out well for them.
Does not look like it. Sills, I can already go ahead and give you that kind of prediction.
That is right. And until then, remember to support us at patreon.com/aloadofbs and pick up merch for your favorite superstars at merch.aloadofpurebs.com.
Peace, love, and Tibbs, baby.
That is right. But until next time, he's been Captain Tibbs, I've been Silver Spoon, and this has been JWF Ignition, and we will see you next time.